Hey, good evening. Dave Gesser, Incident Commander with the Southwest Area Team 3, here to talk about the McCash fire. We wanted to let folks know that we weren't doing a live video tonight because we have the incoming team coming in and we have several meetings going on with them this evening. So a little bit on the fire. We're sitting at 18,143 acres, roughly about 397 personnel. We did receive another Type 2 IA crew today. So that bumped our numbers up with our personnel on the fire. One of the things I did want to talk about is that Highway 96 is still open at this time. We have not shut that highway down at all yet. Brent Davidson, our Operations Sections Chief, will be coming up here shortly to give an update on the fire. One of the things I did want to remind folks is go ahead and drop any of your comments you may have in the chat. We have PIOs that are standing by that will answer those questions for you. But we will resume our live on Monday, tomorrow at 2000. Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon. Brent Davidson, Operations Section Chief Trainee here with the McCash Fire in Southwest Team 3. A little bit about what's happening on the McCash Fire today. So a lot of the operations are similar to yesterday. We continue with indirect line prep in the northern portion of the fire, and all of the dozer line is complete upon this section. They're working on another piece of line down toward the Sulphur Springs area today. So good work going on there, just continued progression on that. Moving down around to the western portion of the fire, we have crews still working in the T-bar area and working on some other lines up toward Yukonom Lookout area, and then keeping good tabs on the fire and its progression to the west. The structure groups working on the same thing in here, and also down here in the community of Patterson. A lot of focus in there with those communities being the closest to the fire. Same thing down here in Patterson, point protection, structure protection activities, working on the outer edges of the community there with a lot of prep work. In addition to that, there is some work being done along the 11 road and through here. Crews last night were holding this road and did a little bit of work in here to catch a few spot fires across the road, continuing to just monitor and see if they can hold portions of this road in here today. The fire itself, it does continue to just kind of expand in a lot of directions. The northern portion here, north of Yukonom Creek, just a little bit of movement to the north here and a little bit out to the east today so far, up to this point. The fire out here to the east in the wilderness, much the same. It's seen some slowing here in the fire scar from the hay press fire, but continues to have a little bit of expansion here to the east and northeast on this side. Back to the western portion of the fire, it's still within about a mile and a half of T-bar, and about the same here of Patterson. The evacuation order still remains in effect for this area. We encourage people to leave if they can. The fire is moving to the northwest over here, kind of along Lick Creek and up toward Yukonom Lookout, a little bit of the Panther Creek area. There still is some pretty good movement over here. Nothing significant, but definitely quite a bit of activity. Fire also continues to grow down here to the south and west along the 11 road, just kind of backing through there, but definitely still some progression and movement of the fire. That's pretty much what's going on the fire today. Thanks.
Dave Gesser again. I just want to remind folks to go ahead and drop your any questions you may have in the chat. We'll have folks answer those questions for you. And what I had said earlier about tomorrow, we'll do another live, and I said 2000, and that's kind of how we look at things, 24-hour clock, same as military, but it's at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be live again. And as Brent talked about, with the evacuation, things going on there, again, I just want to remind folks, please, if you do leave the area, don't fire up any of the pumps, anything that's in there. The firefighters will handle that themselves as they see the need to do so. And I, again, just want to thank the communities for all the support out there for the firefighters on the ground, and thank you.